I'm Simon from What Culture, and these are the facts of life. Goldberg is my dad. Goldberg is awesome, and Goldberg is one of the most iconic professional wrestlers in history. It's imperative that he returns to the WWE at Survivor Series. Why? Here's why. Ever since Bill Goldberg was announced as the pre-order bonus for WWE 2K17, the question has been the same. When are we going to see him back in an actual WWE ring? I mean, it happened with the Ultimate Warrior, it happened with Sting, so you'd imagine eventually it's going to happen with the guy who was really good at spearing people. For a while though, it actually looked like it may not happen. If we're to believe all the hearsay and rumours over the years, the relationship between Bill Goldberg and Vince McMahon isn't that good. Vince McMahon doesn't really understand Bill Goldberg because Bill Goldberg's success came in WCW, so Vince is like, I didn't create that, so why should I care? And Bill Goldberg is a really good businessman, which means he likes to negotiate lots of money, and as you can imagine, a big company's like, we want to give you lots of money, it goes back and forth, we've all been there, you know what I'm talking about. And that's when we got to SummerSlam, and all of a sudden everybody was saying that Goldberg was going to come back and interfere in the main event between Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar, and that would have made sense. It's a great way to get out of that match without anyone losing. Instead, we saw a man almost get killed in the ring. So swings and roundabouts. Following that, the trail went cold again. Goldberg continued to sing the praises of WWE 2K17, but as for the company itself, forget about it. What we didn't know was that they were actually knee-deep in negotiations. From all but confirmed to Goldberg on ESPN to Heyman coming out on Raw and actually saying that Brock Lesnar does have beef with the man, it seems 99% certain that we're getting Lesnar Goldberg 2 at Survivor Series. Now, I know what you're doing. You're at home and you're all mad because a veteran is coming back to take somebody else's spot, but give it a minute. Take a breath, sit down, let's think about things for a second. Bill Goldberg returning is a big deal. He was a megastar back when pro wrestling was as big as it ever has been, and his name still carries loads of weight 12 years after he walked away from the industry. That takes some doing, and Goldberg made his mark. As soon as other people know that he is coming back, they're going to take notice. It's here why his return is so important. It's becoming quite clear that WWE wants to make the Big Four again, and WrestleMania is still of top quality. The Royal Rumble will always be fun because of what it is, and SummerSlam has actually been decent the last few years. The Survivor Series? Forget about it. That lost its tin ages ago. It's a massive shame because some of my favourite pro wrestling memories come from this event, especially when the 5 versus 5 thing was actually still a big deal. Now milk is a bigger deal than that, and I don't even know what that means. It's just a weird thing to say, really, but my point is that those matches and that event itself has been really watered down. You know the best way to light a fire under that? Dream matches. Matches that some people thought they'd never see again, but now can. I mean, you could put Lesnar versus Goldberg on at Hell in a Cell and it would still do well, but if you're trying to rehab the Survivor Series, this is a great way to go about it. It also explains why this match isn't being held for WrestleMania. We all know the showcase of the Immortals is going to have loads of big names, obviously, and Bill Goldberg would fit in there fine, but he'd also be overshadowed a little bit. And if you're trying to get people to care about Survivor Series and people care about Bill Goldberg, then pushing them together is going to mean people go, oh, I care about Survivor Series. That's what Bill Goldberg can do for you. Nobody is going to want to miss that encounter, especially when you start talking about wins and losses. Do you think Brock Lesnar is going to lose? But do you think they're going to ask Bill Goldberg to job himself out? That's my dad, man. I don't know. That's a tall order to ask. But straight away, the intrigue is there. And what do they do in relation to their last match, which was, let's be honest, terrible? There's a whole story here to explore. Goldberg also has the power to bring people back to the product. Given he was one of the biggest WCW stars of all time, casual fans are going to hear about him getting back involved, and they'll probably watch Survivor Series. And that means if WWE can then put on a good pay-per-view, they may hang around. And you know what that means? You've got some fans back, and trust me, right now, if there's one thing that WWE needs, it's fans coming back. Goldberg will do that for you. For all the people out there complaining about it too, it's so easy to forget that pro wrestling is a work, and because it's a work, it can do things other sports can't. Take football or tennis. You have a specific shelf life if you're playing one of those. Get to 35, it kicks you out and goes, no more. go find something else. But in pro wrestling, veterans can come back and have that classic one more run or that one last match. And this is a thing we should want to see. Because if you get rid of that, you're killing off something genuinely special and unique. The fact a legend from the past can come back and be put in with present stars is wonderful. Stop hoping that kind of stuff dies. It's never fun when things die, so stop it, put a smile on your face and be happy. Right now, WWE needs Bill Goldberg, whether they want to admit it or not. He'd be a massive help for all the reasons we've just talked about, and let's face it, as soon as you heard that theme hit, you'd go crazy. You wouldn't worry about anything else. Well, unless it was that weird WWE offshoot theme. Don't use that theme, WWE. Just pay the money and get Bill Goldberg's WCW. Nobody wants the weird, they want the original theme. They don't even sound anything like it. Just get the original WCW theme, give us that nostalgia injection, and let us mark out like idiots. So there you go. Bill Goldberg. Hero, father, all-round good man. Now don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about Bill Goldberg returning, and then like, share, and subscribe. And you can even come follow me on Twitter at SimonMiller316. I'm Simon from What Culture, and as we're here, I really don't know who I want to win that match, because I don't want Brock Lesnar to lose, because Brock Lesnar is awesome, but Goldberg, as we've established, is my dad and he can't lose, but he's probably going away again, so I guess he has to lose. So what do? Maybe The Undertaker slides in. Undertaker slides in, costs one of them the match. Oh, that makes no sense, don't do that. But still, it's fascinating, I'm intrigued, and I like to be intrigued. Roll on Survivor Series.